Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio with your host, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
All right, welcome to Gamertag Radio. This is a brand new episode. Yes, I know a lot of people was not expecting to see a new episode from GTR. Now on a Tuesday, right after our 5 episodes of the Division 2, hands-on interviews, all that, right? That was good. But you know what? We're not gonna stop. And this time, what I did, I recorded a conversation with Parris. This segment is called Daily Conversations. It could be with Pete, me, Parris. It could be with whoever. It could be friends from the industry. I'm planning to add this part of the podcast so you can listen to our conversations. But anyways, so yeah, this is what it's called, Daily Conversations. So the reason why, just recently I just got a brand new Rodecaster Pro mixer where it allowed me to now record phone calls. I could do interviews through there. When we're like in the same location, I could have now multiple mics connected. It's a lot easier than just having a device with 2 mics because I always have to pass the mic around and stuff. So this is going to be a lot better for me once we go to events, future events and stuff. So this is really, really cool. I've really, really been enjoying this device. This is awesome. So, so I had a conversation with Parris. We talked about a lot of things. And actually, we also replied from a tweet. One of our listeners, his name is Greg. Shout out to Greg. I know he's listening to the show all the time. He had a couple of things to say about our recent episode of GTR, and we talked about it. So it was a great conversation. And check it out. I'm going to play it right now. And, we'll be right back after this. Enjoy.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
Yo, it's crazy, right? The respawn stuff.
No, I mean, yeah, those are ridiculous numbers, and I know I've still not played it. But everyone seems to really like it.
Yeah, it's dope, man. It's like a mix of Timefall, Overwatch, a little bit of Call of Duty. It's dope. Yeah. It's really well done.
Yeah.
Really well done,
good.
Man. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. You know that Division 2, they're doing that stream at 9 a.m. my time.
9 a.m., 12 p.m.
So
my time?
Yeah, noon for you, yeah.
Dope. What is it they're going to show?
It's just the private beta. They're just talking about what's in it, what to expect, all that. So I'd imagine they're going to start sending out codes after that. Because think about it, today's what, the 5th?
Yes, in 2 days.
And
right?
you can preload it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So codes got to start going out.
Yep. By the way, man, I was kind of right with that Xbox Live Switch thing, man. I honestly speaking, Parris, I never thought it was going to be like this fast, though. I thought it was going to be like next gen. Because I was like, they have a strong relationship. Something is up, man. I was saying the whole time, something is up.
Yeah, dude, Microsoft they're turning Xbox into a service. It's not about hardware anymore for them.
Nope.
They're not trying to lock their services to hardware. They're just like, if they can run it, do it. They don't care.
Yeah. And
they don't care. They just want.
Yeah, I think by them doing that way, dude, they will make more money.
Yeah,
they have people,
make more money.
Yeah, they have people that are gonna buy the system. That they're always gonna make money from those fans, right? Those consumers. But then there's gonna be another crowd that maybe they don't have their console, but they could be part of the service, and they still get money from that, man.
Yep. Because that eventually is going to happen as they start having more games, and like I just used the Cuphead analogy. Imagine if Cuphead was on the Switch, people are going to buy it.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agreed.
Or in the Blind Forest, like that. You put games like that on the Switch. I'm buying it. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah,
know?
Yeah. I agreed, man.
It's just smart business. I mean, Microsoft as a company, this is what they're doing. All their services are in the cloud. They're not tying it down to one particular piece of hardware or partner or any of it. They're like, look, if you want to come on board, we're going to work with you.
Come to death row.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah, you want an Xbox Live? You want online services? Better ones?
Yeah.
Come to death row.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, have you noticed that in Anthem there was like a storm in the last few hours of the game?
Yeah.
So what is that? I mean, I'm recording this, just letting you know. So.
Well, you go to like some other world, some other dimension or world or whatever you want to call it, and I guess they fought there was like two titans there you had to fight or something.
Oh, and those are like events, live events?
Yeah, they're like live events.
Oh, okay. Dope.
Something like that. Again, the game is going to have some cool shit in it. Like I said to Sharif last night on Twitter, I go, my thing isn't, because, he's like, well, it's a different game than Division or whatever. It's like, yeah, of course it is. That ain't my point. My point is people are going to play for like 3-4 weeks, and then they're going to go throw their hands up. Now what? Now what do I do?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. They don't have a raid. They don't have a big in-game thing. All they did, plus I don't like the way they scaled the difficulty. It's a cheap way of doing it. It just basically makes the enemy's bullets fun. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's stuff like that, I don't know.
You just gotta, you know what, send us feedback. Send the feedback to them. That's the best thing you can do.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, because remember that Division went through that. Destiny went through that. So
they all go through it. Yeah, it takes a few years to build up the content and all that. I don't know. I just think EA really needs to get out in front of this and make people understand that the game you play today ain't going to be the game you play a year from now.
Exactly. I agreed.
The Sea of Thieves thing.
Oh, okay.
Huge mistake.
Yeah, I'm not ready. But see, I was okay. I agree, it's a mistake. But there's other games that has that feature that hasn't affected them at all. Rocket League has that you could opt out. There's other games I just can't remember right now, top of the head. But
no, but here's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not so much the console people; it's the PC people that play Sea of Thieves. There's a good chance they get locked out. Like, it's already a small community. You just made it even smaller. Because now I can't cross play with anybody.
Yeah.
On the console. Obviously we can, because, you and I can say, all right, let's go in and do it, and you're not going to turn it off. But I can't, match make with, a random person or something like that, because what if they don't want to play with a mouse and keyboard person? Especially, I think they should have just limited it to the competitive mode stuff, the PvP stuff. That to me is fine. But the regular open world stuff, they should have left that the same.
Yeah. No, dude, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I totally agree about this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't like the decision, but I get it. I get the whole thing, but whatever.
I get it, but again, it comes down to the community. They got to give them feedback on it. If the PC numbers start to dwindle, y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta fix it.
No, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's not good, man. So
because I'm almost feeling like I want to go jump back in and check it out. Again, this is another example of the game has changed. It's been almost a year, and now they've added all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I almost feel like, all right, I want to go back and check it out again. But now I'm almost thinking, do I just play it on the Xbox or do I try and play it on PC? I don't know.
Here's from Greg. He just posted this on Twitter, and I'm gonna read it to you, Parris, so you could maybe reply to it here on the record during the recording
on Danny Talk Radio.
Yeah, this is the daily conversations, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, Gamer Tag Radio, I love your show, but this last episode, I'm sorry, you guys come across too biased. Based on your show, nobody should play anything else under the sun, apparently, except Division 2. I get your hype for it, but dial it back, please. Your thoughts?
No, I'm not. And I hope you do put this up as a recording. So, Greg, thank you for the tweet. No, because I even say at the end, I feel like I'm gassing this game up too much, but I'm just telling the truth. That's how I felt in that moment. And honestly, we're a week later, I still feel that way. Everything I said is goddamn true.
Yeah.
I'm not going to temper the way I feel because we're on a podcast or a show. I am who I am. So would you rather me lie about how I feel about something because I don't want to set too high expectations? No, I'm not going to do that. That's how I felt. I expressed how I felt, and I still feel that way. And this is a week removed from the game. So it's not like, oh, I'm at the event and I'm hyped up. No, but even in the moment, I was conscious of, I know I'm being super praiseworthy of this game. Maybe I'm doing it too much, but I even said then, no, it's the truth. It's how I felt. So I get what he's saying. It comes down to this. Play what you enjoy. If you pick up this beta and you start playing it and you love it, gas it up too. Why not? Why do we have to be in a place now where we can't be excited about something? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Just like if I don't like something, look, we're very quick to be negative. Why can't we, in the same vein, be positive? I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. You can't win.
I agree.
In that scenario.
I agree. It's similar to Paris when we were young, man. Like, all these games, because remember back then there wasn't that constantly games coming out every freaking week. So,
Yeah.
but back then, we would be like, I'll talk about the Super Nintendo and Genesis and right, all hype, right? So that conversation that we had, it was like similar to that, and also similar to our previous conversation, especially like Cyberpunk, right? So why not be excited about the game, dude? No matter what, we're gonna be talking about other games, and we're not gonna be talking about the Division all year long.
Yeah,
It's just at that moment, we just had that excitement, and I wanted to record that reaction as soon as possible because I didn't want to wait for like a week later and then just miss the opportunity. But I think at the moment that we recorded, we were just excited. It was just the truth. It was nothing bad. Either way, no matter what, there's going to be people going to be buying the Anthem game no matter what. So it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just our opinion.
This way. Yeah, and look at it this way: is the Division 2 going to be a perfect game? Nope,
no, hell no, no.
But no game is perfect. All I'm saying is this. Okay, I did this analogy.
Okay,
should I not be gassing up Avengers Endgame because I'm super excited about that? They give us these little teasers. I've been analyzing the trailer like 10,000 times, trying to figure out a secret. Should I not do that?
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, let me do this way. So I had the reputation of being the grumpy old man, right? Salty old man, right? So in other words, I'm always grumpy about stuff. I'm always looking at, this, that, or whatever, right? So now I'm actually excited about something. Shouldn't that give you a hint? The game's freaking really good. If I'm excited about it, then the game's really freaking good. Look at it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, like I said, we're always quick to be critical of things. We point out what's wrong with something. Oh, this is good. They got to fix that. They got to fix that. But then, if we're excited about it, we're wrong for that. So which one is it? Should we just be down the middle, neutral, not have a real opinion on anything?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to the guy that sent the tweet. I get what he's saying. I'm just saying in general. It's like you can't win either way. Either you're too excited or you're too negative, or you have neither or. You're just melancholy. It's like you can't win in that scenario.
Hey,
so
yeah.
I look at it this way. I'm excited about the game. I'm not afraid to say that. Oh, look at me with Destiny. I've been ride or die for that game for 4 years, and that game has had the roller coaster of good and bad.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, it's been mostly bad if you really think about it over the 4 years. But I've stuck by that game because I like playing because I'm excited about it. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anyone else has to like that game the way I do. Mm-hmm. Just like this Titanfall, the Apex Legends game that just came out, right? I haven't played it yet. I see everybody just loving it. Maybe I go and jump in and
yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, even Pete Parris, you remember for a couple of days, P was like, whatever. Like, remember that? He was like, man, I'm not excited. I'm not excited, right? The game comes out. He's loving it. He's loving it. Loving the game. He was like, I was not expecting this game to be this good. Or let's take it back, Parris. Remember when we were so hyped about The Witcher 3? Do you remember that? How many times we talked about that game? We went to multiple presentations. We went to private. I think we even had an interview. Then all of us got codes for that game, and still to this day, we consider that game as one of the greatest games of this generation. We were excited every single time.
Hey, if you ask me, it's not one of. It is.
It is. No, it is.
But again, that's my personal bias. That's the point I'm making. That's me being excited about a particular game, and that's okay. You can be excited about what you want to. That's the way I look at it. If anything, we need more positivity in this industry. So I would rather hear some guys getting super excited about a game and sitting there like, what if we didn't like the division and we spent 45 minutes criticizing the Division 2? We would have got a tweet going, you guys are too negative. All you're doing is seeing the bad in it. Look for something positive, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So, like I said, it goes both ways. I don't know what to say.
I was thinking? On releasing this. I don't know how, but it's a good conversation. It's good. The thing is, and it's true, we can't be too positive, then we can't be too negative. So where we should go then? Like when we have conversations, because dude, if I'm excited about something, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna fake it and tone down. Because people don't like it when I'm too positive about a game.
Yeah. You know what would be fake? Well, fake would be me sitting here gassing up Anthem when I know it has some major problems from my point of view. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like I'm being honest, where I'm saying the game's going to be fun. You'll play it for about, 3-4 weeks. It'll be a lot of fun. And then it's going to hit a content drop. And then people are going to be going, now what? People are going to see when you get to Grandmaster difficulty, they basically just made all the enemies bullet sponges to lengthen the experience.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like strategies change or things like that. The enemies just have overshield and they soak up a bunch of damage. Is that fun? Not for me, but maybe it is for someone else. You know what I'm saying? So again, it goes both ways. Either you're too negative, you're too positive, or you're not leaning either way enough. So, that's why you just be honest. That's all you can be. Just be honest.
Yeah.
How you feel.
No, I agree.
Think about it. You and I, we don't always agree on stuff.
Oh, hell
but
no.
You're being honest. You're being honest about how you feel. I'm being honest about how I feel.
Yeah.
And then that it is what it is.
I wonder why, like maybe something that we said. I'm trying to figure out like what was it that we said.
Oh, we're super excited. We were, all three of us. We were very excited about it. That's why I said, I specifically remember at one point, I go, I almost feel like I'm gassing this game up too much. But it's just how I feel. It's just the truth.
Yeah, I mean, did we say anything like, if you play Anthem or anything else, that's it? Like,
no,
we didn't say anything like that. What we said is the things that, I mean, I played Anthem and I felt like that beta was okay. It was fun. It could have been better. And I'm afraid that the things that you said to Parris, that there's not enough content. Hello, you were saying the same exact thing about the first division, that there was not enough content. What is the end game?
And that's why I'm so excited about this one, because it was like, I remember it like it was yesterday when I was at that preview event in 2016. And I was like, I looked at Pete like, oh my God, this ain't it. This is not going to be it. They talk about pink guns. This is not going to be good.
Pink guns.
And to see how it's evolved over the past 3 years to what we just played, that makes me freaking excited. That makes me excited because we know that the studio has listened to the community and they fix the issues. And when I even look at what Bungie did with Destiny 2, they didn't go down that road. Hey, let's strip out a bunch of stuff and try and make everything microtransactions. They didn't do that either. You know? So that excites me. Look, here's the thing. We don't know how this normalization thing is going to work yet for, like in the dark zone. Are they making it too casual doing that? I don't know. I tell you this, I'm not excited about the PvP in the Division 2. Man, but I've said that plenty of times. Not for me. I won't be playing the PvP, but I'll love to play the dark zone and all the open world missions and the Black Tusk stuff in the end game, the raids, obviously. I'm excited for that. This is my genuine excitement.
Even if they add special weapons or special loot that's only only available PvP. Because I know Andrew Renee from What's Good Games interviewed Julian and asked that question, you know, and he said yes.
Then I would probably, if there was a particular gun, I'm like, I gotta have this. Then I would go do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus the thing that people are sleeping on is because you and I, and Pete, we've been playing the Division, the first one, is all the global event stuff. That's going to be there day one with the Division 2. That stuff they didn't add into Division 1 or 2 years later. Yeah. Those are modifiers and things in the masks and the shields and all that you get to go chase that you'll be able to continue to do. And again, I'm not trying to do a sales job for anyone on playing Division other than to say this. We got that tweet because he hasn't played what we played yet. I'm telling you, go play it for yourself. Then after you play it, you then come back and say, you guys are selling it too much. It's all right. It ain't that great. That's fine. We're just saying, we're giving this opinion because we're doing it from an educated standpoint, right? We played what you're going to play here in a few days, whereas they haven't. So they just see three dudes on here jumping up and down, screaming, yelling, all excited, and they're going, I don't get it. Why are you so excited?
Nope.
You'll see. And if you disagree at that point, fair enough. Each his own. Everybody's entitled to the
Exactly.
I'm telling you, after we played that, when we played the Dark Zone stuff in December, and then followed it up playing the actual open world stuff here last week, I'm in. Take my money.
Yeah, I'm in too, man. I'm in too.
So I'm excited. And like I said on there, as much as I play Destiny, and I still play Destiny every freaking day. Not every day, but every week. I'm still playing Destiny, doing raids and all that. Mm-hmm. I'm legit considering now, how am I going to balance it? Because I know I'm going to sink in a ton of time to Division 2. But that's me. That may not be Danny. They may not be Greg on Twitter. It may not be Pete, but that's me. I got to start thinking about that. Yeah. Because the Destiny, the Joker's Wild DLC is about to come out. I want to play that. Obviously, Division 2 is coming out. I want to play that. Metro Exodus is coming out. I want to play that. I'm like, how am I doing this? I don't know.
And look at me. I want to play Resident Evil, the remake. I want to play that. Yeah. And I haven't bought it. Now Apex Legends came out of nowhere. I'm playing, dude. Yeah. I woke up. That was the first thing I was playing. I was playing.
Okay, I got to pivot to something. Look, this is going to be a whole podcast. We can talk about
I'm telling you, we're going to release this as an episode. Do you think I'm playing?
Yeah.
Right. Daily conversations.
That's the title, daily conversation. So I got to pivot in that Apex Legends, right?
Yeah.
I feel like EA. I don't like what EA is doing. Here's why. We just had the Anthem open beta demo, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. The game is, for all intents and purposes, coming out next week. The final game, the early access. So the game's about to come out. Battlefield has their own battle royale game that's coming out next month. Why would you drop? And I get it's free, but why would you drop this BR game right now? You've literally sucked the oxygen out of the room for Anthem. Again, if I'm running the company, all your marketing should be focused on Anthem right now because it's about to launch. Why would you? I mean, this is like you just said. You woke up talking about Apex Legends. You want to play it. That's all people are talking about right now. The buzz is all about this game. Record number downloads for day one, right? Mm-hmm. It's all about that game. It's not about your new IP that's dropping from BioWare. I think that's a mistake.
I agree, but I also have to say that there's no PvP in Anthem. So does it matter? It's two different games.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's two different games. My point is, eyeballs are on that and not game. It's a free-to-play game. Okay, so you telling me they couldn't put out Apex Legends March 15th, the same day as the Division 2 or something, right? I don't know. They couldn't put it out a month later or 2 months later or have launched it earlier, a few weeks earlier. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like such bad timing to drop this a week before Anthem.
They're known for that. I mean, they've done that with
they're known for that.
Yeah, Titanfall, right? Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Now we don't know why they had to do this business wise, because if you actually think about it, if you look at the season pass, like their plans when they're going to launch it for the whole year, it starts in March. You know, maybe by EA releasing this now and getting the numbers, because remember, Parris, at the same time, it's all about business. It's all about the investors, keeping them happy and everything like that, right? So if EA show the investors, like, look, we have this game, over 1 million unique players already from all systems. We're going to start having a season pass in March. That could be a reason too, man. Because remember, it's by quarter too, man. Remember that. So I can see that from that point of view, why they made that decision too. Now, to me, as a gamer that don't care about that stuff, yes, it looks really, really ridiculous releasing it right before Anthem, right before the Battle Royale for Battlefield. As a gamer that don't know anything about that, about the business side, yeah, it looks ridiculous, you know. But from the business side, I see why they made this move too.
No, and I understand. I'm sure there's some business / financial quarterly, reason that they're doing this. I'm just saying, I feel like, again, I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of me, the gamer. Anthem is going to need all the help it can get at launch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you take away from any of the marketing towards that game, any of the shine towards that game? I mean, because if you think about it, the open demo was still going on Sunday when all this exploded, right? When everyone started talking about it.
Yep.
So then the demo ends. No one, dude, my timeline, nobody's talking about Anthem. Nobody. Everybody's talking about Apex Legends. Hell, I'm sure even Ubisoft is like, well, damn, y'all really got to put that this day because the embargo.
Yeah, that was
their embargo in Division 2.
I was thinking about that too. But
it's like nobody was talking about the Division 2 either. They're talking about Apex Legends. So again, from the standpoint of EA having buzz around one of their games, it worked. 100%. It worked. It was great. Record downloads, like we said. Vince Santella not being able to look straight in the camera and reading off a cue card, looking like a zombie. It worked.
he looked like a zombie, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the sake of Anthem, I feel like this was a disservice to Anthem, is what I'm saying.
On the real, though, Parris, there's people that are not into this whole Battle Royale stuff. They're into the Destinies, the Divisions, now Anthem. They're into that stuff. They don't care about Battle Royale free game. I mentioned,
and trust me, you're 100% correct. I'm not saying, again, two different games. It's two different games that potentially is targeted at two different audiences. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you're the same company. Let your games breathe, especially if this was a sequel, this was Anthem 2 or something, okay, whatever. Everyone already knows what it is. I almost feel like this is a game that people don't know about. You're trying to get the casual audience to pay attention to it. Give it some room to breathe. That's all.
All right. I have another quick topic because you probably have to leave in a few, but now what you think about the way how EA started promoting Apex Legends, because typically they announce it and then the journalists, maybe they heard about this, they got maybe a press release, or maybe journalists got invited to the event and they were under embargo until a certain day. But then let's say you're a journalist, Parris, and you go online and you see
I know where you're going.
and you see influencers saying, "Oh my God, I just got to play this." But remember, those pictures that they posted, that wasn't them that took those pictures. That was EA that took those pictures and sent it to all the streamers and the people that got invited, because they were not allowed to take their phones and all that, because this was like a top secret, game. They didn't want people to leak this and so on. So now, what are your thoughts about that? Because look, to me, that's EA's business. They want to they have a strategy. Okay, we're gonna have the journalists, but we also want to have the streamers. And I get it. I get it why they did it that way. You know what I'm saying? But there's probably people that has been part of this industry for a very long time. They don't like that now influencers is starting to create the buzz before their website do. What do you think?
Okay, I already know what you're saying.
Okay.
And I'm gonna change it this way. It's no different than when an IGN basically purchases exclusive rights to something like the Division 2, where they do IGN first and show 20 minutes of gameplay before anyone else in the media or anyone else that went to the event that got to do it. How is it any different? EA, look, first and foremost, what Apex Legends did, what EA did with that for the marketing is the future. That's how you should do it from now on, to be honest with you. I don't need long campaigns leading up to the game. With the way the world works now, we're all connected. Yo, get some influencers out there that people follow. Let them play the game. And then everyone, hey, we got an announcement coming. Like you said, you get the official photos that the publisher takes of them actually playing the game. You get everyone excited about it. Then you do a live stream and say, hey, here's our game. Go play it right now. We just saw proof that works. Because look how many people downloaded that game.
Those are unique players. Yes. Over 1 million. That's
I get
crazy.
That it's free. I get that it's free. So more people are going to be willing to try it because it's free. But I would argue, even a $60 game. But okay, let's just take CD Projekt Red as an example. CD Projekt Red flies out 40 influencers from around the world. They get to play Cyberpunk for 2-3 days straight. They get to capture, they get to do all that kind of stuff, right? They get their coverage. The journalists come too. But they get to play Cyberpunk for 3 days. And then they're under embargo. And then on a Sunday afternoon, all of a sudden, social media blows up with all these people. I got to play Cyberpunk. I played Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Check the live stream tomorrow. Then CD Projekt Red goes on Twitch, does a live stream, completely unveils the game, and go download it now. I will 100% guarantee that game will explode with sales.
Yeah.
Explode. You can't tell me that wouldn't work. Of course it would. You don't need a long marketing campaign to sell that game. We already know we're going to get it. So yeah, 100% that works. And to what you're talking about with the journalist thing, because look, you don't need to say who it is. You can obviously go look it up and see who said it. But to me, that's just sour grapes. It's sour grapes. Your job, I get it, is your job. This is how you put food on the table to be able to cover it. But the publisher can do whatever they want, marketing-wise. So if they decided that they don't want to give you any lead time to actually be able to post your articles or videos or whatever, so you can get those early unique hits, I'm sorry, that's their prerogative. You can choose to not cover their games. Just like he said, waste of time, maybe they don't go the next time.
Yeah.
But that's your prerogative.
But
trust me, I see both sides of it. I see both sides. But I do think what EA did in this scenario was the right way to do it.
But isn't it? I get it too, Parris. Like I get, why EA would do this and invite influencers, because we've been invited to many events like this many times, and it reminds me of, these old video game magazines, like the writers for those magazines, they were not happy when the online blogs and everything was blowing up at that time. They didn't like that at all. because look, you have to compare. You have to wait for another month for a new release of a magazine issue, or every few minutes there's a new blog post about news. Which one are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying? That's one. Another thing too, I was gonna bring up to Paris is, I get it, but at the same time, it's a little bit scary because after watching that documentary on Netflix, about the Fire Festival, how they got a bunch of influencers to tweet, to post on Instagram about the event, it got a lot of people to attend this event, and look what happened. So it's like at the same time, us as influencers or content creators, we also have to be careful on what we say, what we post, because we're influencing a lot of people to buy these products. What happened if the products is bad? Do you remember Katie Lynch years ago when we did an event with Idols back then for Katie Lynch? I liked the game. People that went to the event liked the game. But then this whole drama that happened with reviews, I think it was a GameSpot. They posted a review and it was really low review.
It's what got Jeff Gerstmann fired.
Yeah,
from GameSpot.
Exactly. So that's the thing. You know, I see both ways. I see both sides. I mean, when it comes to that, but also we also have to be careful while we post. What do you think?
Well, we do. Again, this actually brings it all full circle to where the guy was saying we were gassing up Division 2 too much. We do have a responsibility on what we say and what we do, but I just think for us, anyways, we're not media or whatever.
Yeah,
I just tell the truth. I will just tell you how I 100% feel, whether you like it or not. But you'll always know that it's the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's all we can do when it comes to stuff like that, is to just be 100% honest about what we think or how we feel about particular titles. And then it's up to the consumer to take that information and use it how they see fit. You know, I don't expect, like, this guy obviously doesn't agree with what we were saying about the Division 2. He thought we were a little too excited about it, wanted us to tone it down. But that's his opinion. He's completely entitled to that. That's fine.
Yeah.
And like I said, my only counter to it is, you may not have liked our enthusiasm, that it was too much for you, but it was genuine. And that's the thing. It wasn't fake. It wasn't pretend. It wasn't a sales job or a sales pitch. It was just genuinely how we felt. And I think anyone should be able to respect that. You know, as long as you're doing that, you should be fine. As long as you stay genuine and honest, you're fine.
Yeah, and for those who are listening, if you like this daily conversation with Parris and Danny, hit us up. Let me know. We'll continue. Because Parris calls me all the time, so we always have this conversation. I'm like, damn, you know how many long conversations we had? Man, we should have recorded a podcast with that, man. Easily.
Yeah, I'm normally, I curse a lot when we talk on the phone. I try to curse on the podcast.
Yeah. No, those are take out. Those are take out. But yeah, if you like this, let us know. Hit us up. Fanmail at gamertagradio.com. It was good. I think it was a good conversation, man. Right, Parris?
No, it's good. I mean, I'm just driving to work. That's all it is.
Oh, wait, you still not there?
Yeah, no, good. I live in Temecula. I'm driving down to San Diego.
All right, we could continue the conversation then, man, if you want. You can continue. It's all good.
Yeah, I won't be to work for like another 30 minutes.
All right, well, we could record a little bit more then. That's fine. Yeah, man, I just the whole thing, man. Like I understand where he's coming from too, man. Like, and look, there's listeners. I think we've gotten more positive about the recent coverage of the Division beta. And you know, hey, it's good to hear these type of feedbacks too, man. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to sound like a robot. I can't be saying too many good things. I can't be saying too many bad things. So it's like, I'm in the middle. I don't know. Sometimes I just love to record and just get our initial reaction, like right there on the spot, just right there, instead of, oh, let me just wait. Let me wait until like a week later, blah, blah. Because look, right there at Paris, it was like fresh in our minds, man, about the game. So that's why I was like, yo, let's record. I don't want to wait. Let's record right now. And I was like in this vibe, in this mood, like, dude, this game is dope. I'm in the mood to talk about it. Let's do this. It's the same thing when we all got to see the Cyberpunk game, the presentation. We all saw it in different times, like different sessions, and we said to ourselves, let's not talk about this in front of us. Once we press record, we're gonna talk about it. And that to me is one of my favorite episodes, man. You know, I put the Division 2 hands-on roundtable discussion that we had, one of my favorite episodes too in a very long time, because it was just I love this positivity, man, the hype, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree, and that's the thing. Like I said earlier, I think if you have a reason to be positive about something, don't be afraid to express that. Is all I'm saying, because it's very easy to be negative. We live in a very toxic world right now. With a lot of stuff going on. So if there's actually something, there's a shining light out there that you can be excited about something, don't be afraid to express it. And that's again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the guy that sent the tweet or whatever, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Why are we not allowed to be positive about something? Even if you think it's over positivity, don't encourage people to not express how they feel about stuff, especially when it's an honest, genuine feeling that people are saying, right?
Yeah.
It's just how we genuinely felt. And I feel like we're kind of just repeating ourselves over and over about this, but I think the point of it is you can't win. Either you're too negative, you're too positive, or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, all I can promise is when I talk, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. That's all I can say.
Yeah. But shout out to Greg. Greg is the one that he was the one that replied to us on Twitter. So shout out to him. Thanks for listening to the show, man. Thanks for listening to the show. Anything else, Parris? Yeah. Anything else? I know you're still driving.
What else is going on? I think that's about it, really. I guess I could plug something else I've been doing. Like you called me last night. I said I was podcasting.
Yeah.
I'm doing the MCU rewatch with Mark, formerly of Guardian Radio, and Swain of Crucible Radio. We're rewatching all the MCU movies. So then every week we'll do a podcast on the movie and watch them in order. So this week, because we had to do a catch up, this week we actually did Thor and Captain America: The First Avenger, but we're doing them all in order.
Nice.
And it's a lot of fun. Like the Thor episode should be out like right now, and then the Captain America episode will come out in a few days. But then next week is going to be the first big one, because we're going to do the Avengers.
Oh, the first Avengers?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's actually interesting going back watching the older ones, because you can see where they in this whole grand plan to do the Avengers, and then with Iron Man 2 they started to lay the seeds toward the Avengers, and then once we got into Thor and Captain America, they really started laying all the fabric together to lead up to the Avengers movie. And surprisingly, going back and watching the first Thor now, because when I first saw Thor I didn't like it that much, but going back and watching it now and knowing everything we know about the MCU and know about Thor and all the characters, it's actually pretty good. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Ooh, I just remembered something.
Like it.
I just remembered something. So we were at the Division event. I think we were like in line we were getting ready to eat breakfast. The presentation was going to happen. And then I get an email. I was like, what is this? And I look at my email. About the new Metro game.
Yeah.
No more in Steam. I mean, no more on Steam. Like they moved it from Steam to Epic's Epic Game Store.
That whole thing's a disaster.
So, what are your thoughts about that? Because I know initially you said that there is going to be a lot of developers, a lot of publishers that are going to be changing their minds. Instead of releasing their games on Steam, release it at the Epic Store. So when you say it's a disaster, why is it a disaster? Was it because of the way how they did it, super last minute?
That's why.
Okay.
Because it clearly was a last minute business decision to go to the Epic Store because the game was already on Steam.
As for pre-order.
And then last minute you switch to Epic. That's the wrong way to do it. If, again, just taking the Division 2 as an example, the Division 2 from jump said, we're not on Steam, we're going to be in the Epic Store and you play. Okay, fine. You can deal with that and understand that. But to already have a game on Steam and to rip it away from Steam, and then when you guys started getting criticized by it, the one developer was basically middle finger to all y'all. We'll stop putting the game on PC altogether. Bad business. That's just not the way to do it. It takes away the goodwill that the Metro series has had because it's always been the underdog, the secret game that if you actually played it, you saw how brilliant it was, which is why I'm so excited, for Exodus coming out. But now, all it is, again, talk about negativity. It's just negative press surrounding the game.
Yeah.
Deep Silver has to come out. No, he doesn't represent that. This is wrong. It's like you got to start apologizing because here's a developer that obviously is putting his heart and soul into this game, and he had a human emotion and he reacted. Because he's like, why is my game getting all this negativity now? Screw you guys. Maybe we just don't put it on PC at all anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Even on Twitter, they released look, it wasn't our decision. That was the decision of the publisher. Koch Media was the one that decided to make this move. So I feel bad for the developers. They've been working on it for a while. I know Pete interviewed one of the developers at E3. I can't remember exactly who. I don't know if it's the producer or what, but Pete said great things about the game. You also said I haven't had a chance to play it at all or see it. I only seen the presentation at E3, at the Microsoft press conference, like that. That's the only place I got to see it. So it just sucks, man. It's getting bad press like this, man. It really, really sucks, man.
Because I'm telling you, it's going to be a great game. I truly think that the Metro 4A is a fantastic developer. And the first two games were great. So I really was anticipating this. Like, matter of fact, I'm probably going to be the one that's going to review it. Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll look, we'll see now what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With PR and everything. But, man, if it was never on Steam and they announced, hey, it's on the Epic Store, then none of this happened. But the fact that it was on, and it's not a permanent thing, it's basically a one-year exclusivity thing. It just comes off more of just a money grab thing. It's a business
of course,
thing.
But at the end of the day, Parris, all these publishers and all these developers that either decide to release it there is because it's money. It's not. Oh no, we're cool. We're cool with Epic.
Yeah.
We're best friends.
I get it. Like I said, I understand why it's happening, but also be prepared for the backlash that you're getting as well. And like I said, ultimately, this is going to hurt sales of the game. And that, to me, that's what sucks.
Yeah.
The negative press is going to hurt sales of the game. It's not going to sell as well as it probably should have.
The PC side. Really, you talk about the PC side. Console side is going to be fine. PC side is going to be a little bit tricky.
No. What I'm saying is now the game has a bad reputation because of it. Even people that may have picked it up on console. Oh, that Metro game, wasn't there something about that? Blah blah blah. Maybe I don't pick it up. Maybe I wait till it's on sale.
I think that's honestly. I think that's a small. It's a small amount of people.
Hey, Metro wasn't going to be a huge seller anyway, so every sale that you lose hurts it. And they will lose sales over this.
Look, I tell you this: I guarantee you, when the game comes out. If this game comes out and they get a lot of positive reviews, then people are gonna actually buy. Like, oh man, this is good. They're just gonna go buy it. Right now, yeah, it sucks. Right now, that's getting bad reviews. I mean, not bad reviews, bad press, but it's gonna change eventually. I think so.
We'll see. We'll see on that. Like I said, I just think right now it has a cloud over it. the game essentially comes out in a week.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
really
crazy.
I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what the sales numbers look like on the Epic Store.
You know, it's crazy. I can't believe we've been talking for 57 minutes.
Yeah. See?
The daily conversation.
Daily conversations with Danny.
Oh, but I think this is good. You know, I think we should do this once in a while. Just talk and record.
It's good.
You never know, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
never know.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Daily Conversations. And hopefully we'll do this more often. I have to do this with Pete one of these days. Just talk to him.
Yeah, you should. Definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you for listening, everyone. We're out. Peace.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
All right. Thank you for listening. That was Daily Conversations. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this new segment. We're going to be doing this once in a while. It's going to be some moments, some surprise moments. And I'm going to put it here on the podcast as a surprise for you guys. So remember, head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments and feedback. Also, we have also a store that we have T-shirts, stickers, all that. If you would like to support GTR, would like to, represent GTR in your local area, this is a great opportunity for you. Go to store.gamertagradio.com. That's store.gamertagradio.com. Go over there right now and buy a cool shirt, hoodie. I know there's stickers, all the good stuff. Go there, and at the same time, you're supporting us every time you buy the product from there. All right, and send us your feedback. I would love to get your feedback. Let us know what you think about Daily Conversations. Let me know if you're liking it or not. And stay tuned. We're gonna have another episode. I'm gonna sit down with Pete and Parris Wednesday. We're gonna record on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/GamerTag Radio. We're gonna record from there, and we're gonna talk about this Apex Legends. Like, I'm loving this. I'm loving this game, but I want to know what Pete and Parris think about the game. We're gonna talk about it and post it on the podcast for Thursday episode. Hopefully, if everything works out. All right. So stay tuned. Until next time, I'm out. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.